212, mi gente, bienvenidos. This is Abiertos. But you know what? Tonight we're not going to call it Abiertos. We're going to call it Completos. We're completamente in the studio. We've got the one and only MC Bacon, Diablo Guerrero, DJ Velo, and the host of Colores Unidos. Inside the building, Alejandro with us. So, before I continue talking, let's put them on the screen. There's two of them. Look at them all smiling and almost snuggling. Míralo, 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 míralo. There you go. Say hello, fellas.
Hello.
That's
Hello, mi gente linda. ¿Cómo estamos? ¿Cómo estamos en esta tarde de frío? Yo soy Jay Velo y aquí con el compadre Alejo.
¿Qué tal, mi gente? Muy buenas tardes. Yo soy Alejandro Garza, su host del show Colores Unidos, aquí con mi familia entera de Radio Que Rico. No sé realmente qué sorpresas nos tenga Pedro Méndez, pero vamos a ver.
Sí, vamos a ver qué nos trae hoy el jefecito, porque estamos la crew completa.
Yes.
And then moving on, we've got, look at them.
Yes.
Pure G-Folk family. Mira, look at the flow. Puro flow en esa foto. Puro flow. Dios mío.
Okay. I like that.
So introduce yourself. Say hi to the people.
Yo, you know what it is, the voice of power, MC Bacon, a.k.a. the Lady's Choice, a.k.a. the Gal of Azucar. You already know what it is. We in the milk. Toronto, Section 6, we in the building, huh?
Section 69, I'd say.
Pues opa, tropa, ya saben, acá está el Diablo Guerrero, ya saben, el pinche ñero más cabrón de todos, ustedes saben, pura pinche barrio, pura calle, aquí ya saben, es su madre. Y no hablo así, pero lo estamos haciendo más cabrón para que digan, este güey sí es bien mexicano, ¿verdad? Pero no hay pedo, no se preocupen, puro desmadre, ya saben.
Bueno, mi gente, we're going to do something special, algo diferente here for everybody that we've been planning on. El hombre de los cables se está escondiendo hoy. He's here in the studio with us, but unfortunately, DJ Ferchi couldn't make it up from NYC. We want to give him a shout out, que esté con nosotros, que esté bien.
Yo.
Happy 2025. Felicidades a todos ustedes. Thank you for making the trip, making the time to be here, muchachos. But more importantly, ¿cómo la pasaste? ¿Cómo la pasaste y cómo te la pasaron? Who's going to start?
Pues, ¿cómo me la pasé? Pues me la pasé literalmente bien pasado. Puro 420 desde las 11 de la noche. Nothing but 420, starting right at 10 o'clock, up until midnight when I did my grapes, when I did my lentils, when I did my toast. And I was in bed by 12:05. Así me la pasé.
Doing the snooze.
Yes. After working almost all week in retail, you know how it is.
Unfortunately.
Yes, it's not easy for us, but yes.
¿Y tú, Elo? ¿Cómo lo pasaste? How was your New Year's Eve?
It was fantastic. I had my grapes, I had my lentils, I had my all the rituals that we Colombians do, and we had our obviously our aguardiente, our guaro, and we had some tequila for sure as well.
I knew it. One of you was going to mention alcohol.
Of course. And then, we just stayed up until 7 a.m. on January 1st.
Mi madre.
It was a blast.
Madre,
I need
no
to say,
way.
it was un desmadre, parceros. Eso fue, la pasamos del carajos.
Bien regios.
Una chimba.
And you guys? How was your New Year's? What'd you do New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve, I spent it with family and friends up in the Barry area. Shout outs to Barry. Did the grape thing at midnight under the table. Celebrated, had some drinks, and then got a ride home. So when I got home, had some of the curry goat, oxtail, rice, and peas with a bit of Hennessy and some Heineken and some Red Stripe, and partied up till 8 in the morning.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's life.
What about you, Diablo? What'd you do?
Me, I'm chilling with my, I went to chill with my Haitian family. For all those that don't know, like, most of my family in Ottawa is Haitian due to my wife. She's got a big ass family, so we went, ate some griot, some rice, I made some food, but we just chill. They're more calm people. They're very relaxed people, so not much drinking. I don't think anybody freaking drank over there.
No, they're
actually, the people that don't drink and drive, they're like, no, I can't drink because I'm driving. It's like, holy shit. that's weird. But anyways, good job. You know what I mean? Yeah, ain't nobody drinking and driving over there. Maybe water. That's it. And we went to sleep early too. I'm just, we're getting old. I don't know. I only party when I'm in Mexico.
I wonder why.
Because I go alone and I don't have a ball and chain to, stuff. I'm just kidding. She lets me do whatever. She lets me do whatever. I'm just playing.
Watch.
She watches. Yeah, she's gonna be like, "Why do you make me look bad?"
Can you hit this? No, you ball? I'm gonna give you a ball right with your chain.
Yeah. But no, overall, it was just family oriented. I'm at the point that we're just trying to do the family thing. I partied enough throughout my life, so puro bien calmadito. Carnal.
Wait a minute. You said doing the family or doing the family thing?
Doing the family thing.
Okay,
Not the
okay, okay,
no,
okay,
we're not
okay,
that
okay.
people. No,
Hey, we gotta clarify.
We just do.
It's funny because I'm usually like, I'm the guy that if you say the wrong shit around me, like I'm gonna, if you say el chile, I'll be like, yeah, agárramelo. Like the guy went to the bathroom, voy al baño, le digo, llévatela conmigo, take mine with you, like,
Puro albur.
if you go into the bathroom, take mine with you. So I'm the guy, so I'm used to that. I'm cool, I'm used to that, guy.
Welcome to Abiertos.
From
101.
Toronto to Ottawa, you bring the smoke, right?
Only the best.
That's it.
Purple Kush.
Míralo.
Actually, I'm more of a baba guy because the cushions, it's a little bit below now.
Oiga. Oiga.
Oígalo.
Free 98 baba.
There you go. Esa es la que es, esa es la que es.
I'm gonna put on my glasses too, because it's gonna shine like that. You get me?
Look, all the black.
Yeah, I got the memo. I got that memo. Trust me, I love it. Yo, energy's fire right now. I'm loving this.
So, as you guys know, Abiertos is something that's come around and we've been enjoying and having a lot of fun doing here at Radio Que Rico. But all of you guys have your own shows. Why don't you guys give us a quick tidbit of what you do here so everybody can get to know who's who, what's what, when to listen to you on Radio Que Rico. And for those of you that are doing a podcast, part of Radio Que Rico, let us know. Let us know what you do, when you do it, and don't show us how you do it because those positions don't happen here.
Not yet.
Okay, fair enough. Now, just for that, you start off, Tocino.
Come on, Canadian bacon.
Yes, you know what it is. The voice of power, MC Bacon here out of Toronto. You can catch me on Abiertos Tuesdays and Fridays at 7, 8 p.m. Whatever time slot. You can catch it on YouTube, Spotify, the whole 9 yards. I'll be advertising out of Toronto. This is the Radio Que Rico family. This is the Abiertos family. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And I want to make sure that when I'm in Toronto, I represent the company and you guys lovely. So that's my mission when I go back. And 2025 is going to be a monster because the ideas that I have that I want to share with you guys, and we all share them together and we grow, there'll be a lot more coming.
Yo pues, mira, yo soy Diablo Guerrero, para los que no me conocen. ¿Por qué Diablo? Dicen, mucha gente piensa que el Diablo porque soy, no sé, una persona mala o algo así. No, no es Diablo, es D. Mi apellido empieza con D y hablo de hablar. Porque siempre it's like, if it was in English, it would be the speak. No, it's not a double thing, it's a speaking. So, what do? ¿Qué hago? I do all rap, trap, like anything that has to do with the rap branch, as I call it, or the rap family in Spanish. We also do interviews with new upcoming artists. I try to give a space to these upcoming artists, unknown artists that need that space. I don't know if you guys noticed, but every time there is like a movie about an artist, back in the days especially, nowadays not too much, but there was always a scene where you had the artist hear their song on the radio for the first time. Yeah. And it's always like a family and everybody gets excited. So I'm like, you know what? Why not give new artists that feeling of getting their family together and be like, hey, look, my favorite artist is playing right now. I'm next. Or, oh, shit, I just played after Daddy Yankee. some. So I think that I wanted to give new artists that feeling that seems to be a great feeling, and promoting our culture, our music. Rap Latino, the Latinos have been in rap for a long, long time. It started in the Bronx with black people, but let me tell you, right beside him, there was always this Latino guy doing it too. The first DJs, the first guys that were either carrying crates or doing whatever. So Latino has had a big ass influence in the hip hop, and a lot of people don't know it. So I just want to give that kind of like that opportunity to other artists.
Okay, DJ Velo en la casa. First of all, I want to thank Radio Que Rico for this beautiful opportunity to bring all these Latin vibes and all this Latin energy. And para los que no me conocen, DJ Velo, algunos me conocen como DJ Velo, otros me conocerán como The Latin Jukebox. And that's because I have a podcast about music in general, because music is a lovely universal language. Entonces, el desvelo lo podemos escuchar en su radio Que Rico los miércoles. Ahorita estamos a las 8 de la noche, de 8 a 9 de la noche, hora del este. Y bueno, be prepared, because this year is going to bring more surprises for all of you people. So that's me in a nutshell. So I'm opening the floor to my friend Alejo.
Bueno, like I said earlier, my name is Alejandro Garza. I am the host of Colores Unidos, which is the only LGBTQ plus in Canada show that what we do is we talk about issues that affect not only the Latinos that live in Canada, but basically issues that can affect anybody, because LGBTQ issues are anybody's issues. We go through we have the same issues as everybody else. So we talk about that. We bring special guests that actually are our allies who support the community, and we talk to them. We see what they have to offer. And without Pedro approaching me earlier last year and saying, hey, let's do this. You would be the only one so far. Why don't we do this? Took me a while to think about it, and then in September we launched it. We did 10 shows last year, which we're very proud of. We had really, really good viewers. We had some really good guests, and I'm hoping to bring that up to the next level this year. So stay tuned. Para mi gente LGBTQ plus Latina, sintonicen every other Thursday at 7 o'clock. And if you want to be a guest, let us know.
There you go. There you go. You get to know a little bit about who it is, who the voice is, and what they are behind what they do here at Radio Que Rico. It's inspirational to work with all of them, because they all bring something different. They all have a different aspect in life. They all have a different view on what music is. And it's amazing to see the multifaceted ways that we have turned Radio Que Rico from being we are this to this is who we are. And it's amazing to see all these gentlemen or ladies or whatever you guys want to be known as. I mean, it's a free world nowadays. And it's freaking awesome to see them grow and have them here as a privilege to work with, grow with, and learn from. But as we do in Abiertos, we try to keep things very light, very open, and very honest. I'm not going to hot seat you guys yet, but I will eventually, because I have to. Speaking of which, I'm going to have you guys come back at some point this year to do Hot Seat Part 2, because there's a follow-up. We need to know what you are, what you've done, who you are, how you've done it, and if you're still married, if you're not married, or if you want to be married, or si tienes una querida. I'm going to try to stay away from the camera, though, because I want to hide. I want to be away from the camera for once. So, gentlemen, what do you hope 2025 brings you and provides you radio-wise? And let's start off with these two.
I'm on the spot. Okay. Yeah. Well, for DJ Velo, for El Desvelo, we're gonna bring new opportunities, new music. We're gonna bring some interviews as well. We're gonna kind of combine the Latin jukebox energy to El Desvelo, and we're gonna even potentially we're gonna have another show coming up. So that's how I envision putting El Desvelo to another level, and of course you'll get to know more of this Latin guy in this 2025 for sure.
So, throwing it over to MC Bacon.
Well, as me not being a DJ, I respect what a DJ does. Working with DJs I've worked with in Toronto and other areas that I've been able to travel and work with some of the greatest. The amount of respect I have for what a DJ does, it's an honor to work with people that have a love for the music. But what I'm looking for and what I want to provide is that voice. I want to be known not only as the MC, but the voice, because I know how to carry my voice, and I can cater to one person or 1,000 people or 100,000 people, because it's not the words that you say, it's how you say it. That's always been a motto of mine. And with generals like Mr. Mendez over here, with the opportunities that now will come, working with you gentlemen here as well, the sky's not the limit, because we're already beyond that. And like I said before, when I'm back in Toronto, I'm also a promoter. So what I can't do musically, playing music-wise, I can advertise just as good. So I'm going to make sure you're represented. I'm going to make sure you're represented. I'm going to make sure you're represented. And be like, yo, again, you never heard of these guys? Yo, check out the YouTube. Radio Que Rico. Yo, type it in. Do something. Tell a friend. Tell your auntie. Tell somebody. Because the noise that's going to be coming, you guys are going to be ready for it, because I'm letting you know beforehand. Grab your blanket. You're going to need it.
The blanket.
You heard blanket and got excited. Look at him. Blanket.
Blanket.
Tengo frío. Tápame. Tápame. Alejandro.
So 2025, and I'm going to take a couple of words out of your mouth, Bacon. I also want to continue being that voice for the Latino LGBTQ plus here, not only in Ottawa, but in Canada. And if I can bring, more issues related to what we're going through, to what we need to do, out there, I will do that. I will bring those issues. We will talk to guests. We will do what we need to do to be able to, settle the situation. Also, one thing that Mendez and I have been talking about, and I think we're going to put the ball rolling on this, is we want to have a Miss Gay Latina here in Ottawa this year. And I'm putting it out there because we're going to have it. We're going to invite even Latinas from Toronto to even come and participate in the pageant. And let's crown a Miss Gay Latina, because we deserve to have a representation, right? So that's another one of the projects. Hopefully, when Pride comes around in June, we can have some amazing artists come in, showcase, even have like little mini drag shows here in the studio. So lots and lots of planning, lots of to come, and I'm super excited.
So I hope you guys show up, because this is going to be a team event. We want to see if we can get everybody from the team to participate and be part of the first of hopefully an annual Radio Que Rico sponsored, brought, created, however the hell we're going to say it, Miss Drag Latina. We got to promote the community. We got to be about the community. We got to show the community love. And it's not just, I'm going to give you a crown. Whoever wins is going to have to work it, and work it for us, because we're going to have them on the shows, make them come around to the events, and give you guys the love and respect that you on your individual shows need as well. So, speaking of individual shows, speaking of things that have come up, last year in 2024, we had 2 of our shows not being nominated for Premios Latinos Canada. One of those is Mr. Velo.
Yeah, no, happy for that. I'm honored and humbled and thankful for all these opportunities that have come up to my life. I'm happy to grow with this community, and I'm happy to be part of this. So yeah, it was a very very special moment, and more to come on this 2025 for sure.
Oh, definitely more to come. And speaking of more to come, 2024 didn't leave without its surprises and giving us an extreme surprise that we ended up getting to share with the team on Friday. That started off for 2025 with, I believe, an extreme bang that none of us were expecting. Radio Que Rico is nominated for top radio station in Ottawa in the Canadian Choice Awards. How does that make you guys feel to be part of all of this? And let's start with Diablo Guerrero for this.
Just very proud, muy orgulloso de like everything. We're growing. We're just started and we're growing so quick. We're growing. We're getting into in Latin America. We're in different countries. My show, for example, is in like places like Chile, Mexico, in Europe. They tell me too is doing very well. So just growing the brand. I think it's keep on getting this brand to keep growing and growing. Awards are great. I think they're great, but the award I'm looking for is the acceptance of the people. I think that's the best award you can get. Yeah, you can get like you look at an artist like Arcángel. Nunca le han dado un premio. He's never gotten an award. But that's the one artist that you see him singing with every other artist. Peso Pluma, this guy, everybody loves Arcángel. He might not get the awards, but he gets the recognition. And that's what I think, to me, better than the awards, and I love it. But I think I want to chase that recognition. I want to be that number one Latin music station. Simple.
Alejandro?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Perdida la loca. Perdida.
I am drawing a blonde moment, and I literally forgot my blonde wig at home.
No, I think you brain farted.
No, you know what? Just Pedro, not today, Satan, not today. Okay, no, just being part of the group, being part of the radio station. It's such an honor to really just be part of the team. And being nominated, like I told you, even just being nominated, it's such a huge honor, because this is how a lot of business start. A lot of radio stations started this little, and with these recognitions, you just grow and grow and grow, and you will get more viewers. We will get more acceptance from everybody to continue growing, and those awards are just going to continue flowing like everything else.
When I first heard about the nominations, it was a no-brainer for me. I wasn't surprised at all, because before I even started with the team here, I knew the work ethic that this man provides. So it's only known that the people that are around him have that same vision, that same work ethic, and it's also the passion for what they do. Because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. You can be on top of the world, but if you're not happy or not passionate about what you're doing, it's not the same. So when I first heard about the nomination, yes, I'm so happy and so blessed to be part of a team that is on the come up. And the reason why I say it's on the come up, because what I love about Radio Que Rico is the fact of the diversity. Because if a person closes their eyes and hears everybody how they're speaking and everything else, they'll be like, hey, it's probably like one of the same people. But when they see a picture and they see yourself, they see you, they say you, they say you, and then they see me, they see him. It's like a deck of cards. Pick one, because whichever one you pick is going to be a great one.
Yep.
So congratulations. And when we win, listen. Stand up. That's all I'm saying, because we're going to make sure people know what we're about. But well-deserved, and like I said, it's a no-brainer. Congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely. Like all of you have mentioned and have said, being part of this growth, being part of this community, being part of Radio Que Rico is an opportunity to stand out as Latin, stand out as all this vibe and energy that we bring from each of our home countries. So we when the prize and all the things that we have won already are just gonna keep growing and are just gonna keep being just up, because that's how it is. That's it's just a snowball that it's rolling and rolling and rolling, and we just need to be prepared, because I'm pretty sure great things are coming up for us.
So you mentioned our countries. You mentioned that we're all different. Where are you from? Just tell me the name of the country you were born in, and if you were born here, well, where your parents were born in. And if your parents weren't born, then I want to figure things out.
I was born in Colombia, Bogotá, Colombia. Mal rolo que el ajiaco.
Oh, see, where were you born?
Born and raised in Toronto, but background Jamaican and Cuban.
I'm from the north of Mexico, Monterrey.
¿Neta?
A huevo.
Pensé que eres venezolano, güey.
¡Óigalo! ¡Oh, oh, oh!
No sé por qué, güey. Neta. Sorry, I'm just coming to find out. I thought you were from Venezuela for some reason. Sorry. Perdón, güey, no mames, güey, chale. There's a first for a lot of shit that I've been finding out. It's like, oh my God. Sometimes I'm like, people must think I'm fucking ignorant, but I swear to God, I thought you were from Venezuela for some reason.
I'll take it.
So where are you from?
¿Me? Del mejor lugar de México, puro
Oiga.
Guerrero, de Acapulco, Guerrero.
These are fighting words.
Somos yo soy de como yo le digo, somos la alberca de la Ciudad de México, Acapulco. Un lugar muy bonito, muy chingón, pero desgraciadamente muy olvidado por la comunidad internacional. Entonces, mi gente, my international people, all my Canadian people, all my Anglo people, anybody listening, please go check Acapulco. It's not what you hear about. And we need some of that international people visiting.
Nice. Well, I've been told I'm Dominican. I've been told I'm Puerto Rican. I've been questioned if I'm even my mother's son. But I'm actually from Guatemala. I was born, raised for a very little time. But apart from that, yeah, I'm Guatemalteco, and I don't deny it, which scared the hell and jumped the hell out of bacon a couple of weeks ago when I told them, what? I've never known this. Almost 20 years knowing you and never knew this. So, yeah. Keeping that in mind, as you can see, we're very, very multifaceted, multiculturally Latino, Caribbean aspected, and open to a lot of things that most people are just like, what's your problem? But it's not that we're problems, that we promote Latinos as a whole. We promote the Caribbean because it's what we love and who we are. Realistically, you can't turn around and say Colombia is just Latinoamericano. It's Caribeño. You can't turn around and say that Jamaica is just Jamaican. They're Caribbean. We're all something special. And even though he doesn't say it much, he is part Cuban, the Jamaican guy in the room. He is part Cuban. And then we got another guy in the room. I'm not going to mention names, but he's part Uruguayo. So, we do have different cultures, but I will admit one thing. We're all Latinos at heart. So, fellas, have any of you watched your episode of The Hot Seat? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Yes.
And see? Okay, good. I'm glad you guys watched your own. Some of you got great numbers. Some of you need to promote the shit out of yourselves more. But at the same time, how do you guys feel? And I'm going to start with Velo. This one, I'm going to start it off with Velo. How did you guys feel afterwards that you did the hot seat?
Wow. It was quite an experience, because it gets the human part of yourself. It's not only the guy that is behind the console. It's not the guy that is editing, producing, doing a show. It's not the professional. It's about the human being, and that really brings a lot of emotions to myself. So it's a very, very nice thing.
For me, watching it and a little bit promoting it, it's just I don't know. So I don't like to watch myself too much, but I did watch it and I was pretty comfortable with what I said. I was surprised that I didn't let out more. So I was like, oh my God, did I know? But no, I was pretty good. I didn't mess it up, which I'm proud of. I usually fuck it up. Like, look at it. See? There we go. There we go. Perfect example.
I was actually scrolling to see how many viewers I've had so far. So I can, quote unquote you, Pedro Mendez. But no, you know what? For me, it gave me the opportunity to really break the ice to start the show, because I had never, I had been on several, interviews with you before and so on and so forth. But this one really touched me in a way where I had to go back 17 years ago when I first came to Canada and so on and so forth. But again, like I said, it almost broke that ice for me, and it gave me that push that I needed to do what I do now with Colores Unidos.
Touch you the way you were touched the first time?
Of course. Of course. You know me too well.
Y por lo visto le gustó.
Por lo menos le gustó.
By the way, it's had 52 views.
Well, the advantage of me being up here for this weekend, I was able to do part 2 of my hot seat yesterday, and when you guys watch it, you'll see a side of me that I knew that I would have become since that first episode. Didn't know what to expect. He even said to me, he's like, "Hey man, you really ready for this?" I'm like, "I'm from Toronto, yo. Yes. Nothing can break me." I said, "Oh, okay." And when we were going through the interview, and then he put me on the hot seat, he was able to, and everyone who listened got to know Jason Henry, the man. What really makes me happy, what really makes me angry, but also what makes me believe that I'm the greatest at what I do. And that episode, after going home and watching it, I cried just as much as I cried when I did it live. Because all praise to God, but all praise to my grandmother who raised me as the man that I am right now. Because if it wasn't for her taking me at the time that she did, I don't know where I'd be. So that episode really strengthened me. And to those who I spoke about, I spoke to them, and I'm at peace. My role in life is not to have any ill will with anyone. My purpose is to celebrate with everyone. I embrace my stress as part of life. You know why? That's why I look so good at 47. When people tell me I look like I'm in my 30s, because I don't stress. Yes, I have issues like everyone else, but you have to find that balance, because when you're able to do that, you can overcome anything. And I'm up on you guys because I did part 2 yesterday, so make sure y'all do yours, because I've listened to all of y'all's, and the inspiration that comes across from hearing other people's highs and lows and their dreams and their aspirations, we can all make that happen. We can all make that happen, and it will. It will.
So the reason why I bring that up is at the end of the year, I did a couple more, and then I stopped. Because some of the words that were given to me were very emotional and very strong. I had, and I believe it's in the interview with Izzy Cervantes, he turns around and says to me, "It's as if I'm in a psychologist's room and I'm being let out. My truth is being put out, and I've been given the opportunity to truly speak." The whole concept with La Silla Caliente was just to be annoying, to bug, to have fun. But it's turned into something that in some cases, like with bacon, and certain others, it's given them opportunity to let out what they were holding back. It's given them opportunity to heal. And one person that I interviewed after the interview called me 2 days later after she had seen it. And she says to me, this is the first time in my adult life that I feel free. I was quiet because I didn't understand. She explained everything, and I'm not going to get into it because it's her own personal life. But she turns around and says to me, you're giving people an avenue as business owners, as artists, to heal their pain without realizing that they're healing their pain. And more importantly, I now feel that I can really be a mother. That stopped me and made me rethink how we're going to move forward with that show, because it's hard. It's strong words that she let out, and it's more important to me to make sure that whoever's coming in, that they feel that they're okay. So, part of the hot seat is also putting you guys on your spot and pushing a button. I'm going to push a couple of buttons here with you guys today.
Jesus.
Maria Jose. And we're going to start with you, since you've opened up your mouth.
I mean, that's just who I am,
We know.
I thought you knew that. Come on now.
Oh, I've seen more than I needed to.
I'm going to tell your mother on you.
Te voy a decir a tu mamá que te pegue con la correa. Pinche venezolano. So, remember, this is open. Speak from your heart. Those are the rules. And you get one plead the fifth moment. So whoever uses that one plead the fifth moment, you've ruined it for everybody else. You guys game?
We here, bro.
Okay. Look at the fear in his eyes.
Fear? No, fear is just pain leaving the body.
Orale, ready?
A huevo.
You came on here scared to do this. You came on to Radio Que Rico scared of what the community is going to say, scared of the community giving you backlash. After you've done your first full season, after you've gone through what you've gone through and experienced having an HIV guru come and give us life lessons, having a refugee, how can I say this? Somebody that's indulged to helping refugees teach us, and you opening up about your life, your experiences. What does Colores Unidos now mean to you?
This sounds like a pageant question.
Put your crown on, bitch.
Literally, Colores Unidos means pretty much, it means everything to me. It means that I'm doing the work that I set my mind to do. I'm doing what I need to do to be able to promote Colores Unidos. That's pretty much what Colores Unidos means to me. It means me. It represents me. It represents who I am. It represents, pretty much the vision of what the Latino LGBTQ plus is going through in Canada and, of course, worldwide, right? Colores Unidos, if you guys didn't know, people were like, why is it QU? QU, because for the queer community, right? That's the QU part. And, of course, colores, which is the different types of colors. But basically, Colores Unidos has become a part of me. It literally sleeps, eats everything with me, because everywhere I go, I promote Colores Unidos in every aspect of the way. Of course, with Radio Que Rico included as well. So Colores Unidos has become pretty much my second, third, fourth, fifth world and dimensions, because it's broadened my horizons. It's put me in a position where I've touched topics that can be very delicate, and some people are afraid to even talk about. Like, for example, when we talked about the HIV, situation that's happening in the Latino community, when we talked about, the refugees that are coming to Canada and don't know how to go through the process and things like that. Those are topics that are very taboo in a lot of cultures, especially in the Latino community that I've seen. And so by bringing those type of topics on board, that's what Colores Unidos means to me. It means, targeting those issues that are affecting the LGBTQ plus community, not only in Canada, but worldwide.
MC Bacon, the voice of power.
Yes, sir.
Since you are the newest one here, I should have started with you, but we're here now. Becoming part of Abiertos in Radio Que Rico was supposed to be something that started almost a year ago. However, you hesitated. You hesitated for your reasons, and that's fine. We can respect that. But why have you chosen to come on board and take the amount of charge, ownership, and, more importantly, pride into what the podcast, the radio station, is to you?
That I can sum that up in one word: growth. The first time I was here in Ottawa and did the hot seat and everything else, and saw what Radio Que Rico was all about, I told you straight to your face, respectfully, I'm not ready. I was offered to sign up with the team almost a year ago, and mentally, I wasn't there. And I didn't want to decrease the amount of energy that comes along with being along with a team and working with others, because of my mental lackness in regards to the purpose of what we're doing here. But I told Mendez, one day you'll know when I'm ready. And like I said, with being there that weekend and doing the hot seat, and me to unveil what I unveiled that day, it was part of the growth process for me. And during the time from then till now, like I said, all the aspects of what I talked about, I was able to complete and get rid of. And as I did that, I seemed to progress myself in regards to how I conduct myself, how I carry myself, how I talk to others, how I want others to speak to me. And I will address you gentlemen here, as I told Mendez last night. Me, in regards to the LGBTQ community, I was not aware of a lot of things. And basically, with talking with Mendez and the stuff I've been, like watching your show, for an example, and just taking in all aspects of it, I've gained a lot more respect for the community. And not to say I had any issues whatsoever, but at the same time, sometimes what you don't know could be very dangerous and decisive, because you're only just perceiving what society puts out there. And that's where the growth process comes for me. And once I was able to overcome that in particular, it became, hey, you know what? I can do this. So with that said, I'm officially going to be signing that contract today, and I'm excited. Why? Because, again, as I mentioned earlier, I know what I bring to the table, and what I'm bringing now is a diversive side of me that no one's seen coming, and it's just going to benefit not only me but everyone else, because what energy I couldn't bring the first time around when I was going to sign, I can definitely bring now. And that's how confident and happy that I'm here. I left Toronto 6 o'clock in the morning on Friday to come up here just for this, because the whole week, and you can ask him right here, I said I cannot wait to meet the rest of the team. That's what it was all about. Not to come here and chill, go out, whatever it is, drink and everything else and so on, because when I'm out here, Mendez always makes sure that I'm in the greatest of hospitality and stuff like that. But all it was, I want to meet the team. So I'm honored and privileged to meet you guys today, and I cannot wait to get started.
DJ Bello. When I met you, you were at a party. And I looked at him, and I'm going to tell you bluntly what I said, because I looked at one of the guys that was with me, and I'm like, ¿y este quién chingados es? Pinche saltarín vino a joder. What does he want? And next thing I know, I get an email. Hola, ¿cómo podríamos colaborar? Hola, ¿qué puedo hacer para ser parte de ustedes? I listened to the Latin jukebox, and I said, I don't want that. But then, a friend of mine says to me, listen to it again, no seas pendejo. And I said, pendejo ya nace uno, güey. Like, that's just life. So I listened to it again, and I said, you know what? He has something, but I want to put a twist to it. I want him to be molded into something better than what he is right now. Hearing the truth of how I felt and how I treat you, because I've had you at festivals, I've had you MC, que se vuelve una loca when he's MCing in front of all the Colombianos in the festival. But how do you feel with everything that's come up, everything that's coming, knowing what I've told you, how I feel about the Colombian community and how it's represented here? Where does that put your heart and your mindset moving forward?
Excellent question. I think that's very important to know that, yes, I am Colombian and I'm proud of it, but I'm Latin. And I think there's a whole community out there looking forward to hearing more, knowing more. Like, like getting all these, okay, who's this artist? Okay, maybe let's give these artists an opportunity. And artists that may be popular for us, but may not be so popular for other people, are on the spot. So I feel happy because, in a way, I feel I'm spreading my word. I'm doing what I want, which is transmitting all that Latin vibe, all that Latin energy with music, with facts, with myself, with being me, Like, even as an MC, which you took me out of my comfort zone, because I'm normally the guy who plays the music. I'm not normally the guy who cheers or who kind of makes the vibe feel like, alive. I'm not like that, but you took me out of my comfort zone, and I think it was a great opportunity to know that, man, I can do a lot of stuff that not even myself I wasn't even aware that I could do that. So I'm proud, I'm happy, I'm thankful, and everything is just about growth. So with all those listeners who lend their ears for us, it's a great opportunity to let the Latin vibe and let the Latin energy keep growing as it should, with all of our voices, not only mine, but all of our voices in every single dimension of it.
Diablo Guerrero. This is a guy that I've had the privilege to work with, laugh with, yell and fight with, and como dicen, recibir los putazos. We work with one of the most crooked club owners we've ever encountered in the city, and we've worked with one of the best promoters the city has seen. I almost said your real name. With you, it's been not only a privilege to see you go from your podcasts that you were doing on Facebook, working with you at clubs, working with you at festivals, seeing you yell at artists because they're not ready and prepared, fighting with the organizers because they're not prepared, and turning around and say, ¿Sabes qué? Valió madre. We'll just do it. Your show has come around and been something that has been a staple in the hip-hop community, the Latino hip-hop community. When I get calls or information or emails about your show, it's never North America. Europe, Latin America loves you. To the extreme that the overnights are pure Diablo Guerrero, Monday to Friday. Nothing else gets played. And that's not by my choice. That's by people's petitions. How does that make you feel that you made an impact that grand and that you're not just ese chamaco que fue un b-boy y el amor de querer ser parte de la comunidad and to fit in a new country has turned around and put you with the opportunity to change and make people's lives?
Well, back in the days, like for example, I had an interview for when I wanted to go to audio engineering school because I studied that in case. So they asked me, why do you want to do this? And my answer was, I want to be part of music history in any way, shape, or form possible. Right? So I think with this show, I'm doing that. I'm helping the community, the hip-hop community, especialmente en español, grow. To maybe to the point that maybe in the future, if you want to listen to a show, a rap show, it's like they think of Barrio Guerrero, they think of Radio Que Rico. What I have in the show is like back in the days, you will probably, with the normal hip-hop, you probably remember those hip-hop heads back in the days, for example, in Canada, in the 90s, trying to find a radio show that would play some hip-hop, and it was hell. It was hell, mainly like radio shows like Ottawa U or something like that, right? So with this, it's like my goal was always my goal is not to get big myself, yes, be part of music history, but also give people that opportunity to come and grow and to grow with like the radio station. When I saw you were opening a radio station, even before you put it out there, I'm like, man, that would be a great place to put the show I had online on Facebook that due to a bunch of all these laws now, it's hard to make a live show. I'm like, that would be great. And then you put it out there. Hey, I'm looking for hosts. It's almost like sometimes the universe puts the shit together for you, right? And then you just have to see the opportunity and take it. So I took it, and little by little, I'm trying to make it grow. I'm trying to give people that old school, back in the 90s, those people, most of these kids weren't alive in the 90s. So I'm trying to give them that little flavor of what I listen to, that new artist. Like, I remember when I first heard Eminem. And I'm talking about like fucking 1990, 91. Tony Touch and the 50 MCs. Tony Touch, for those who don't know him, go look for him. La gente que no conoce, vayan a buscar Tony Toca, 50 MCs, 50 MCs. Tony Touch. And we're talking about, like I said earlier, with the rap and Latinos being part of rap. This is part of the Rocksteady crew. If you don't know the Rocksteady crew, this is one of the oldest fucking crews in rap, okay? And he was one of the DJs on the Rocksteady crew. We're talking about 75, 76. That Tony Touch has been doing this with one of the biggest crews in hip-hop history. So I'm just trying to give you that feeling with that show. And by the looks of it, people are appreciating that old school feel, that, you know, like discovering the new art. Oh, that was, yeah.
So we're definitely making an impact, not only in the community, but worldwide, when we least expect it. To give you some stats, your show, and I'm looking right at you.
Hey.
Let me put you on camera so people can see your face when I say this. Did you know that your show, Mr. Colores Unidos, in Ottawa, you have about a 20-person listener base.
Hey.
However, in southern states and most of Latino America, your listener base is about 75%.
Wow.
For you, Mr. Velo, your listener base in Ottawa is nothing. I know. It hurts. But then when I see your listener base out of, and I'm not kidding, and I found this weird, Belgium, yeah, Costa Rica, and Colombia, obviously, that is 80% of your listeners.
That's awesome.
For the one and only Mr. Diablo Guerrero, this will not come to a surprise to you because I've mentioned it to you before. But your listener base is Europe.
Yeah.
Germany. Germany at 3 in the morning, I'm getting a text or a call almost every day asking for an artist, tell me who this artist is or when they can send you an artist. I've got people from Chile annoying me. Literally. ¿Quién es este? ¿Cómo me puedo poner a hablar con él? I want to be part of the show. And I just literally said, look him up on this. This is a social. Follow him. He'll hook it up. Now for Mr. Tocino, you're going to laugh. Because here in Ottawa, we have a listener base. Not that big. But Abiertos is Mexican, Latin American, southern states, New York, and the weirdest place that they listen to us and have actually, they're trying to figure a way to come on board to do something with us. You're going to laugh. Trinidad.
That's awesome.
It's awesome because
That's awesome.
You wouldn't expect these countries to be listening to us. You wouldn't expect this amount of travel. For Colores Unidos, there's a huge following out of Mexico and Vietnam, Philippines.
Wow.
When we started this, we had maybe 2 or 3 listeners every so often. We have a nice space that listens hourly. But the funniest part is, and I'm going to change the camera because I'm really interested in seeing this. Our listener base in the past X amount of months, what did I tell you? 4 months?
Yeah.
We were listened to majority by men. Men, our listener base, up until about 4 months ago, was 85 to 90% per show. With the changes that have happened, with the way we're going now, we are sitting at a 35 to 40% female base. We are sitting at a 20% LGBTQ plus base. And the rest was obviously it's the males. However, how do you guys think and how do you guys feel about all this change and the way the numbers have shifted and switched? Go ahead, whoever wants to talk. Don't be shy.
I think it has to do with the diverse that Radio Que Rico has to offer because, we offer such a diverse of music. We offer such a diverse on topics when it comes to our podcast that could be the key thing. That's the reason why we're getting people from Vietnam, from the Philippines, from Belgium, from Germany, from, Mexico, from anywhere in the world, is because we have the diversity. And yes, we're getting more females, more ladies listening to us because they're actually interested on what we're talking about. They're interested and they're noticing that we're not only just targeting one ethnicity or just one group, but we're targeting everybody. And that's what counts. And that's what people want. People nowadays want diverse. They want to be able to pick and choose. They want to be able to listen who they want to listen to, and so on and so forth. I think that's the reason why we're getting also all these amazing nominations and recognitions, because we're just doing what we love to do. And when you love what you do, it brings attention to others. That's what I think.
Anybody else want to chime in on that one?
Yeah, I think the fact that we're growing, that the fact that we're expanding, and when we're taking over different parts of our community is very interesting. And also, I'm here I'm talking about just El Desvelo. Traditionally, female are more romantic than men. And El Desvelo is partially a romantic, how do I say, like program, right? So that's what inspires more women to kind of listen these kind of shows, that inclusion, that expansion, that like all those things are the things that are making our community and our listeners grow, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah. You know, this bump in female viewership, I don't know, like, wasn't it about 4 months ago that you did the Abiertos for Diablo Guerrero? So I'm thinking there's a connection. They finally saw the face.
Oh,
They finally
Lord.
saw, I'm thinking.
Esos de Guerrero así son.
You know, I'm thinking, the word got out. They're like, yo, he's not bad to look at. You know what I mean? He's easy on the eyes. Type of shit.
Hey, listen, man. I told y'all the
Didn't
energy.
I turn around and say that this corner right next to me, estos dos, pure flow. Puro flow de ese caliente de calle that turns around and gives you that love and that sexual that all the ladies are looking for. Look at them. They're like, just like, shit, he's right. My wife's going to kill me.
Well, not mine, because I'm the gal them sugar, so I'm single. You know, Mike? But you know what? Honestly, though, it's, again, with everything that's been happening, it's no surprise, because it's, when I started doing Abiertos with Mendez and the ones that are no longer with us, I think the main shows that really did it was the domestic violence. Our first Dating Sucks, because it was just a guy's point of view, and I kept, like he always says, I'm repetitive. Ladies, chime in. We want to hear what the women are talking about. We want to know what you're feeling as you're listening to this right now. So again, it's no surprise that the percentage is where it's at now and where it's going to go, because as a team, we cater to the masses in every aspect. So the fact that when we started doing parts 2, 3, and 4, and we've had women actually on, and we get the different perspectives now, that's just going to raise the bar to where we know that we can go. And at the end of the day, like I said, this is an honor and a privilege for me. And with everything that's happening, it's only by God's grace, man. And if I may take on behalf of the team here, and I know I'm the new guy saying this, you took the time to thank all of us, but I think I can say with everyone here, we like to thank you, Mendez, because you may not realize, but the vision that you've put forth to the masses only attracts great people. Without that vision and without that passion in the heart for what you want to do, none of us would be here with you right now. We've seen your vision. We've seen what you want to do and the goals that you want to achieve. And we want to help you get there while building our own goals, aspirations, and milestones. And again, I said, there's no surprise that you have been nominated and you're a finalist. And when you win on Monday, believe me when I tell you, I'm going to crack that Ray nephew that I have at home, and I'm going to toast you live on my Instagram and Facebook, because everything that's happening with you, God has blessed you, my guy. And I'll forever tell you that, my guy, because you know the roads you and I have come down 20 plus years. You're an amazing person. The energy and aura that you have is undeniable. And as an MC, you've shown me how I can really talk and really have the name, the voice of power, and the reason behind that. And I thank you personally for that. Real talk.
I appreciate that. That was very, very unexpected. Very humbling. But before I say what I want to say, I want to let you guys say your goodbyes, and then I'm going to speak. So take your time. Say you're a love juice, like I like to say to anybody whoever you want to juice up tonight, or get them to juice you up. So keeping that in mind, let's start it off with you, Bacon. We'll let you say your goodbye first.
Yes, you know what it is. Once again, the voice of power, MC Bacon here. Shout out to my homies and all my family and everybody in Toronto. Thank you for all the support and love you've been giving me over the years. 2025 is upon us. Live, love, and laugh. My 3 L's. Without those, life can be very difficult. Embrace your stress. Learn to live with it. And just keep your good energy and those around you that has the same amount of energy. MC Bacon, salute. We in the mix. Let's go. Huh?
DJ Velo.
Ok, mi gente, saludándolos DJ Velo y bueno, deseándoles un 2025 lleno de amor, prosperidad y mucha música, because music is a lovely universal language. Music heals. Music is infinite. So, guys, we're always here for you. If you ever want to come to any of our shows, feel free to chime in. Feel free to send us a message. Feel free to add us to your social medias. So here we are. Happy New Year. DJ Velo saludándolos. DJ Velo en la casa.
Diablo Guerrero.
Well, guys, I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year, too. And then hopefully this year will be better than last. And then the next will be better than this year, and so on and so forth. Stay tuned for Diablo Guerrero. We're getting new artists this year to come and to do some interviews. And I'll leave you guys with my classic, Paz y hay no más, cambio y fuerza.
Eso.
Alejandro.
Bueno, mi gente, una vez más, yo soy Alejandro Garza, su host y MC de Colores Unidos, el show número 1 de LGBTQ+, aquí en Canadá y internacionalmente, porque me han dicho que se escucha
Oye, güey,
internacionalmente.
ponte el micrófono más para el otro ladito porque queremos verte la
¿Ah, sí?
cariñosa.
Pues es que no, mira, no me veo aquí en el video. No
Sí,
hay
pero
nada en la cámara.
ponte a pensar, si toda la noche has estado paradito, recto, sin curvita, y de ahí te pones de curvita, ¿qué va a decir el marido?
Bueno, ok, está bien. No, pues wow. Una vez más, gracias. Espero que se sintonicen cada otro jueves a las 7 de la tarde, porque vamos a tener invitados muy especiales. Vamos a hablar de muchísimos más topics que nos afectan a todos internacionalmente y mundialmente. Y sí, vienen muchas sorpresas, vienen muchas cosas. Quiero agradecer a cada uno de ustedes que está aquí. I want to thank every single one of you guys that's here. Thank you. I'm looking forward to work with you. I also want to thank my husband for the support and love that he's given me since I've started with this project. And this year we are celebrating our 12 years that we've been together.
Fiesta.
Peda. So thank you so much for your love, for your support. For all of my followers in Texas, thank you so much. Keep following me. Keep pressing that subscribe button on all the YouTube so that way you know when I come on board. And Pedro, again, thank you for this amazing opportunity. Thank you for, literally just saying, you can do this. Let's do this. Let's try it out. And here we are. So thank you.
Bueno, mi gente, I want to thank you guys for being part of this, being part of a dream that, sin pensarlo, has turned into something that I dreamed, wished, and hoped for. And like Biggie said, it was all a dream. And yes, we used to read Word Up magazine. But you know what? Without you guys, Radio Que Rico could not be. Without the amazing talent that we have in the room, and then the silent Uruguayo in the corner there, we couldn't get what we want, and we couldn't be where we need to be. Big changes coming up, and I'm going to give you guys a bit of information of things that the guys aren't aware of because, well, I have to keep some things to surprise them. I'm going to put the camera on Alejandro just so he knows, and I want to see his reaction. During the month of February, Mr. Alejandro, we have an award-winning international dance couple from Guerrero that now resides in Texas.
Okay.
And they have requested for you to interview them because husband A and husband B love thee. And they want to get to know who you are.
Let's do this.
To Mr. Velo, since we have on the camera, he's going to be taking over Románticamente Tuyo in 2025.
There you go.
He's going to show his corazoncito. ¿Y por qué la esposa no lo deja? No, not on camera, not on camera. To Mr. Barrio Guerrero, you know what? I can't add anything to you or give you anything because everything you do is more than what I could ever expect. But to my partner in crime on Abiertos, last night I let the cat out of the bag. It's going to be shown on Abiertos on a regular episode later this week. However, we're going to have a sex doctor coming in to talk with us. She's out of Ohio, and she's going to make sure that she takes that dating sucks and give us an understanding why pussy power is so predominant right now. And I know you're looking forward to this. And once you see the images and you see her, yeah, that's going to triple. Mi gente, I'm going to yes, actually, yes. In a couple of images, yes. No te miento. And she's proud of it. She's proud of her sexuality. She's proud of who she is. And it took a divorce for her to understand who she is. Mi gente, I want to appreciate you guys. I want to show you love. Don't forget, like everybody else said, like, subscribe, comment. But like I always love to say, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to be my friend. Because as long as we're all friends, we're going to grow, show, and have love. We're going to end it tonight, not with our regular music, but we're going to end it off with something that Colores Sonidos is very, very familiar with. Mi gente, esto es Radio Que Rico, showing you love 2025.